I'm in Italy. I mean, there's no view up there, but yeah, I'm just gonna say hello before the video starts. I haven't really got time during the vlog to talk, so I'm gonna be mainly doing voiceovers. But the plan for this trip is we're staying in Rome for a few nights, and then we're going to Sorrento to go see like the Amalfi coast, Pompeii, that sort of stuff. And then we're going Naples, maybe Capri. But yeah, I am here with my parents, if you probably couldn't tell from this video. But this has been my literal dream since I was a child. So I'm so excited that I'm finally here. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. So. I of course had to keep up with my Stanster tradition of getting a Leon for breakfast. I then grabbed a Pret hot chocolate and we hopped on the shuttle to the plane. We were flying with Jet2 from Stansted to Rome, but we actually booked the holiday through Trailfinders. And while we were on the plane, my mum decided to get double vodkas because she didn't like flying. But I calmed her down. So yeah, we landed in Rome after I think it was about 2.5 hours. It wasn't too bad. We then hopped on our transfer to the hotel and we actually drove past this massive accident and our taxi driver just decided to swerve around it. Yeah, but this is the hotel. We were staying at Hotel Reaper Roma, I believe it's called. And it was right near the Trastevere neighbourhood. I cannot say that. Yeah, we went on a little adventure as soon as we got there. Grabbed some suppli, which was actually really nice. It's a Roman, kind of like, I don't know what you call it. What are they called? Arancini? No, it was so good. I really recommend that. We then went on a walk down the Tibo River, and that was really interesting. What would you rate your ice cream?
I would rate it as exceptional.
We then popped to a nearby supermarket to grab some snacks, and oh my god, look at this pasta selection. I've never been so excited about seeing pasta before. I did in fact buy some for myself to bring home. So to finish our first day, Trailfinders booked us on a food tour around Rome, which was really interesting. We tried a bunch of different food. Me being a vegetarian, I didn't eat that much. But we went to a fish place. We went to like some pork place, I believe it is. It was meat and cheese. And then we headed to a really, really lovely traditional restaurant where I had cacio e pepe pasta. That was so good. They also gave us a limoncello shot, which I did not like that much. But then we grabbed some gelato to end the night. We woke up nice and early to head to our tour of the Colosseum. This tour was run by the Roman guy, which was booked through Trailfinders, and it was actually a really interesting tour. The lady was so informative. I really recommend to go with the Roman guy if you ever visit Rome. Our tour guide took us around most of the Colosseum, and it was really interesting to see where the gladiators fought back in the Roman times. As you'll see in a second, there was these free water fountains all around Rome, and you could just help yourself to free water whenever you wanted, which I thought was really cool. After our tour finished, we headed for lunch, and I had a 4-cheese pizza. And then we went and grabbed ice cream. Oh my god, this ice cream is incredible. Do you like this one?
This is even better than yesterday's one.
We then headed to the Trevi Fountain, and this was so busy, as you can tell. It was packed. We then stopped at a little cafe, which was really cute, before heading off to do some shopping. So we found the Pantheon, but we actually ended up spending most of our time in a stationery shop called Legami before heading back and grabbing gelato before going to the hotel. We just arrived back to the hotel after our long day. We'd actually done about 21k steps and my feet kill so much. But yeah, this is probably the end to day 2. I think we're going to go down for dinner in a bit at the hotel bar. But yeah, my parents are already down there and I'm just chilling in my bed. But yeah, today's been quite fun. We've done a lot of sightseeing. But yeah, it should be a good start to day 3. Now, I don't know if this is a thing in Italy, but I kept drinking this kiwi and pear juice and oh my god, it was my favourite thing ever. It tasted so good. Anyway, we started our day and we headed to the Vatican City for a tour with a tour guide again. Once we'd gotten through security and that, our tour guide took us on a tour around the museums in the Vatican City. Now, I don't really understand what half the stuff was that she actually showed us, but it's quite interesting seeing all the statues from the Roman time, and the view, though, from the Vatican City across Rome was so pretty. The main thing that people usually go to the Vatican City to see is the Sistine Chapel and the Basilica. The Sistine Chapel, actually, you couldn't take pictures in, which was unfortunate, but the Basilica you could. This was it. It was huge. The ceilings were so tall. It was really pretty, actually. I, of course, had to get a magnet to say that we've been to the Vatican City, and we saw the Vatican City post office, which was a really odd experience. We then left and went to a really nice restaurant for lunch and then grabbed this gelato, which was so good. It was really nice. That's the end of day 3. Was it 2 then? So yeah, as you've seen, we went to the Vatican City today and oh my god, today was actually surprisingly really hot. I think it was only like 23, 24 degrees, but it ended up like I was so hot and it was so busy as well. It just made it feel even hotter. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today. I think tomorrow we're just having a lazy day, not a lazy day, just like a chill one, just doing some shopping, looking around, doing our last sort of sightseeing before we head off on Monday to Sorrento. Now the quest for this morning was to find a Starbucks so I could get my Starbucks mug. I don't know why I've suddenly got an obsession with getting Starbucks mugs from different countries. But yeah, now I've got a little collection with about 9 mugs. We then headed for lunch. This was really good. I had pumpkin gnocchi. Oh my god, that was something different. We then went to the Spanish Steps. This was really pretty actually. They had all the flowers on the steps. It just felt so spring, summery vibes. It was well nice. We then continued and did a bit more shopping before going to, I think it's one of the oldest gelato shops in Rome, which was really interesting. My mum ended up finding this bar in the middle of nowhere, but it was really cute. They gave us a little panda to sit with us and have drinks, which was sweet. That's the end of day 4. Today we did some shopping. I'll show you what I got actually in a minute. And tomorrow we're heading off to Sorrento, where we're going to stay for our next destination, and that's going to be where we go to the Amalfi Coast and stuff. I got a new pair of sunglasses and then some summery tops, jumper and some shorts. But yeah, tomorrow we've got a 4-hour bus to our hotel in Sorrento, which isn't going to be fun. It should be okay. It's better than getting the train, which was supposed to be, I think, 3 hours, but we would have had to get like transfers and stuff. So getting a bus is easier. But yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. We did our last little sightseeing and we grabbed a supli before heading back to the hotel to get a taxi to the bus station. the change in scenery compared to Rome was definitely a shock. The Gulf of Naples was so pretty. There was a lot of lemon trees. The buildings were a lot different. Naples felt very different to Rome, I can say that. But we got to Sorrento and then we got a taxi to our hotel, which, oh my god, look at this view. I was in shock. This was the prettiest hotel I've ever stayed at. They gave us lemon slushies as a welcome drink, which is really nice. And this is basically our view from our hotel room. But look how pretty Sorrento is. We then grabbed dinner at this really nice restaurant that my dad's friend actually recommended, and that was one of the best meals I think I've ever had in Sorrento. We of course started with breakfast, and look at this little pancake machine that our hotel did. But yeah, the view from breakfast was amazing. We then grabbed the hotel shuttle to Sorrento, and our plan was to get a boat trip to Capri.
Still mainland.
As soon as we got to Capri, we headed straight to the queue to get a ticket for the funicular, which took us up the mountain to like where the shops were in Capri rather than the port, and the view up there was very nice. We then made our way to Arc Natural, I don't know how you pronounce it. Yeah, there's a little cat on the way. Look how pretty that was. It was a really short video, but yeah. We then made our way back down to the port because we only had 3 hours in Capri, which was really sad because I wish we could have spent longer. But we had lunch, everything was lemon themed, of course. I had lemon pasta, lemon slush, but then we headed back to Sorrento to finish our day off there. We walked around Sorrento for a bit, and of course me and my dad ended up finding another gelato shop. What a surprise. Hey, it's the end of day 6, and I haven't vlogged since we got to Sorrento. Look at that view, that is amazing. Yeah, this is the view from our hotel room, like, hello. But yeah, today, as you see, we went to Capri. And tomorrow, I think we're having a chill day in Sorrento, to be honest, because our plan for Thursday is to go around the Amalfi coast, which I'm so excited for. But yeah, the weather's been really nice here. As you can see, my freckles have come out. But oh my god, I love it here. It's so pretty. Like, look at that view. Imagine living here. We got the hotel shuttle to Sorrento town and it ended up pouring it down with rain while we were there. So we headed to a lemon farm to try and go for lunch there. Wasn't open because of the rain. We ended up going to this sandwich shop. These sandwiches were so good. I cannot recommend that enough. I of course had to get a gelato because we're in Italy. We got picked up very early and got taken around the Amalfi coast by a tour guide. So he first took us to this place called Positano Overlook. That was amazing. And then we got to Positano and it started pouring it down, which unfortunately ruined the vibes. But we went to the beach after the rain stopped and the view was really pretty, but it was just such a shame that the weather wasn't nice because this place would have been so much more pretty in the sun. We then reached Amalfi and our tour guide actually said, come with us, we'll go on a boat tour, which me and my parents didn't go on because the weather was so bad. We ended up getting gelato and this cat attacked me. Naughty cat. Anyway, we walked around Amalfi, which was really nice, and we only spent about 2 hours there and headed off to Ravello. This hotel that the tour guide took us to was actually one of his favourites, but unfortunately the rain played up again. but then once it cleared up, look at that view. It was so pretty. Ravello's like really high up in the mountains, and it was just such a nice like contrast to Positano and Amalfi, which is more on the beach. But yeah, we spent some time there before heading back to Sorrento. Hey, it's our last night in Sorrento. I've actually loved it here so much. It's such a pretty place. I couldn't recommend staying here enough because you can see so many things from here. Like today we went to the Amalfi Coast, and that has been my literal dream to go see the Amalfi Coast because it's like Luca, which is my favourite Disney film. And I saw it in real life. Yeah, but tomorrow we're heading to Naples for our last part of the trip, and we're there for 3 nights. We're going to be right over there. But yeah, we're going to head there by train tomorrow, probably late morning, early afternoon, and then go to our hotel and settle in before we head to Pompeii the next day. I still can't get over this view. I have never stayed in a hotel this pretty. But yeah, it's our last night. We got a train to Naples and it was rammed. Look how busy though. That doesn't look too busy in that picture, but I'm just warning you, it was rammed. We got to our hotel in Naples, which used to be a palace, which was so pretty. It was really beautiful actually. We then walked around Naples, the streets. We got a little fried pizza from a market and went to this cinnamon bun place. That was incredible. I really recommend going there, even though it's not Italian. It was really nice. We're finally at Naples. This is our final stop for the trip. We're here for 3 nights and then we go home. But yeah, today we didn't really get up to much. We just kind of arrived, had a little explore of the city and then chilled at the hotel. But yeah, tomorrow the plan is to get one of the hop on hop off like sightseeing buses that takes us all around Naples, and we can like see the Gulf of Naples, which I'm so excited for. And then the day after we booked a tour of Pompeii and to go up Mount Vesuvius, like up the volcano. So that should be fun. But yeah, it's our it's our first night of our last 3. I can't believe it's almost the end, but I'm so excited. We grabbed our tickets and hopped on the sightseeing bus, which was actually really busy. So if you do go on this bus, I recommend getting there early because it was rammed. We then hopped off and went on the other hop-on bus, which took us around a different part of Naples. This was more of like the relaxing side of Naples, the really pretty view of the sea, like the Gulf, which was so lovely. It was much quieter compared to the busy, bustling of the city. That guy was so funny. He was like a singer, like a bustling singer. It was funny. We then went to this part. I can't remember what it's called. There was this little restaurant behind the back of it, which was actually quite nice. It was very quiet there. I then went to this gelato place. That was amazing. I've never had gelato that flavour before, and it was pistachio, white chocolate and coconut. Very weird mix. But then we headed back to the hotel and just chilled. Now this was the day I'd been waiting for, the trip to Pompeii. We got in our tour bus and the woman took us to this coral shop, which they basically made like necklaces and stuff out of seashells. That was really interesting. We then got a tour of Pompeii city, which was not what I was expecting, to be honest. It's a lot more like still there compared to what I thought it was. There was like a pizza oven, they had like the pathways where the trucks went down, with like the crosswalk bit. It was so interesting. I've never really seen anything like it, so I do recommend going to the ruins if you can. We then left Pompeii to head up Mount Vesuvius, and our tour guide took us to this restaurant which was up the middle of the volcano. This place, this was the best food I had of the whole trip. It was incredible. It was all homemade. It was amazing. Like, if you can go there, go there. It was so nice. We then reached the actual volcano. It took us about 20 minutes to hike up the actual thing, and this was amazing. It was so cool to actually be able to see inside the volcano. It's quite scary, to be honest. You're really high up as well, but the views were quite cool. It's just a shame it was a bit cloudy. We then hiked back down, saw a gecko, and then headed back to Sorrento. Me and my mum headed to this little bakery and got some cute little cakes to eat before heading off and looking for pesto pasta, because this is something that I was waiting to try, and I finally found it on the last night, which was so lovely. And then we headed back to the hotel. So that's it. Oh my god. Tonight's our last night in Italy. I have actually loved it here so much, and I'm so sad to leave. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy to be going home because it's been so long. But yeah, I can't believe it's finally over. Today's been the best food day, I'd say. I've had the tastiest food out of the whole trip today. And I finally went to Pompeii. But yeah, we've got to be ready because we're getting picked up at 8:45 in the morning. So that'll be fun. And our flight's at 11:30 and then we'll be all done. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the morning.